With India Business Hour Plus, let's revisit the top story of the day, and that is UK's Prime Minister Theresa May facing virtually certain defeat as British lawmakers are set to vote on her Brexit deal. The opposition may move a no-confidence vote against the British Prime Minister if her proposal is defeated with substantial margin. However, Associate Editor and Chief Economics Commentator at the Financial Times, Martin Wolf, expects the British Prime Minister to win that vote. Here's an excerpt of his conversation with my colleague Sapna on the sidelines of the 7th NCAER C.D. Deshmukh Memorial Lecture.
It is widely expected that she will lose the vote. It's not certain, but it seems very highly probable. Then there will be a confidence vote in her, in the government, put forward by the opposition. I expect her to win that vote because I think the Conservatives and the Ulster Unionist Democrat, DUP as it's called, will vote together, in which case she will have a majority, because these people don't want Labour to come in. They want the Conservative Party to survive. They're very, very concerned about this. So I expect her to remain in power, probably, but her main policy is gone. Right. What will happen then? I suspect that she will go to Brussels and she will say, well, you have to give me some more. And they will find some form of words that makes it look better. And she will come back to the House. And by this time, it'll only maybe 6 weeks before, or 4 weeks before we leave. And at this point, the Parliament House will have to consider, do we really want no deal, or do we give the Prime Minister's deal? So that's the most likely outcome. The alternative is that even though she remains in power, there is a coalition of parliamentarians that impose upon the government a different policy. And that would probably be another referendum. But my view is either the Prime Minister gets her deal through in the end, maybe after 2 or 3 times, or we end up with no deal and we leave with no deal. Those seem to be the most likely outcomes from where we are now.
Right, so no deal, but in the sense you expect her to still win the confidence vote.
Yes.
That's a critical part.
It is expected, I think it is plausible, nothing is certain here, that we would have a Prime Minister who survives even though her most important policy has failed. We have a fixed-term Parliament Act, so the fact that she loses such an issue doesn't mean that she's lost her majority more generally. She has a majority. I expect that to survive a confidence vote. So we would be in the completely unprecedented situation of a Prime Minister who has the confidence of the House, but whose main policy the House will not legislate or will not support. So that's a major constitutional crisis, but then it is a crisis.
One quick question on this front, a no-deal situation, what does it really mean? And also a no-deal kind of a scenario, do you see any impact on the pound sterling, on the financial markets, or do you expect that to be pretty contained?
Well, first, we don't know what a no-deal will mean. Nobody really knows. I think that it would be disruptive in the short run. There are lots of things that are likely to happen that will be a mess because we have not prepared for this sudden transition in our trading arrangements from what they are now to what they would be. So there could be quite significant disruption. It would be plausible that there will be significant turbulence in financial markets.